And we're live. I want to start every show like that. And we're live.
Sure.
What's up, guys? What's going on? Isn't it? I've always it's always really awkward for me starting these things. You know, we have go from having normal, just like, hey man, yeah, conversation. Then suddenly we're like, hey, how are you? I'm good. How are you?
Hello, Roberto.
I'm not doing my intro, by the way. People, it's been so long. Actually, it has been so long since we've seen each other.
Since we've seen each other in human form.
Yeah, in human form, exactly. We've seen each other quite a bit over video, and over FaceTime and conference calls.
Yeah.
Not conference calls, you know. Have we done a Zoom? We did a Zoom. Didn't we do a large Zoom with all of us? That was
we did a Zoom, it was like a party Zoom like a year ago, and the first big quarantine time.
That's right. Oh my god. Oh, was Mabel with me? Yeah, Mabel was with me, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think it was Mabel, and then at some point there was a dog. I don't know. But it was a hell of a time.
It's a hell of a good time. Guys, I'm going to intro the podcast now like a good podcast host. Welcome to Let's Hug It Out with Roberto Raad. Please subscribe to us on YouTube at all available podcast places. We're available on Apple, Spotify, all that shit. And they're not paying us, but go ahead and support Buzzsprout. Follow us at Let's Hug It Out podcast.buzzsprout.com. Buzzsprout is a great hosting site for all your podcast needs. Go ahead and go to Buzzsprout if you're about to start a podcast. They make it real easy for you. So you're gonna love it there over at Buzzsprout. And you get to roll your R, be real fancy. And that's it, guys. As you know, I've switched up the format. We're no longer doing debate. We're taking in a completely different direction, and we're talking about mental health in the digital age, in the age of digital media. That's what we're talking about here.
Big topic.
And I've got a big topic. I've got two great and talented filmmakers here, Ryan and Cody LeBoeuf. What is going on, brothers?
Hello, Roberto.
Hello again, Roberto.
Hello again. Yeah. I don't, it's so funny. There are days when I do well with this intro and days when I'm just like, I just don't have it. You know what I mean? I got this. You still got to do the thing. You still got to do the thing.
You can't
have you noticed that?
The intro.
I'm still representing my brand here. I got, for those who are just listening and watching, I got the Patriots right here.
Your boy.
Over my left boob. My left man boob. Yeah, you gotta still support. Even though Brady's gone and he's now a Super Bowl winner with the Bucs. Guys, who knows? Bill Belichick's still the greatest coach of all time, and we'll see what they do next season. We'll see. With or without Cam Newton. What do you think? Do you think the Patriots should keep Cam Newton?
I mean,
get him out of there.
I don't really have a dog.
I don't really.
You're out of here, kid.
Get him out of there. I don't know.
Curve. We'll just see if Drew Brees is coming back. Then that's where we might have an opinion.
That's a big question. You guys are new. For those at home who don't know, they're Ryan and Cody are both from New Orleans, and big Saints fans, and that is the big question: is Drew Brees coming back? What are your thoughts?
I don't know if he will. He broke a bunch of ribs and punctured a lung in the last season, so I don't think he should. He should. He won us a Super Bowl already. We should. We shouldn't expect too much of him now, especially that can't even throw long passes.
He should stop being a little coward and get back on the field and win us another goddamn Super Bowl.
It's two different.
Those are two
schools of thought
drastically opposing differences there, opinions.
Drew will do Drew. So
Drew will do Drew. I mean, he's gonna be fine. He's got a beautiful wife and family, beautiful kids. He's financially well off. He's gonna do fine. Like you said, he got you a Super Bowl. But the question is, does he have one more left in the tank? That's the big question.
Guess we'll see.
We'll find out.
You
guys, I find Sundays utterly pointless when it's NFL off season, which is most of the year because the NFL season is only like 5 months.
You should join us at church.
I know. What's your church that you go to? What's the name of your church?
We go to the one down here, the Bob Jones church.
the old Bob Jones church.
Bob Jones church connected to the university.
We've been inviting you for years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm sorry. I grew up Catholic. And I don't know. I like to check off the box spiritual but not religious. You know,
Mm-hmm.
that's me now. And I don't practice Catholicism anymore. But yeah, I still maintain the guilt, and I think that's the important thing to take away.
Good guilt. That's what's important.
That's what
I always take away the guilt and the fact that no matter how much you sin, you can just go confess it away. You know what I mean?
That's true. Yeah. You can never sin too much.
It really figured it out in that regard.
Yeah. Although I don't think they allow, I don't think I can go into a confessional and be like, yeah, I killed a couple people. And
can you not?
I think
they do that at Bob Jones.
Yeah, Bob Jones.
Bob Jones allows that, right?
Just going to the wrong church.
Yeah, the Reverend.
I got to get to that. Yeah, I got to get to that church. I was reading about.
Come with us.
Speaking of killers, I was reading this article about I didn't know about serial killers. Everyone's fascinated with serial killers right now. You know what I mean? With death and the occult and whatnot. I mean, I feel like Netflix pops up a new serial killer TV show every 5 seconds.
Serial killers are in.
They're in. Oh, they are the most in they've ever been right now. They're really trending.
People are loving serial killers.
Yeah, but there was a this, I guess he was called the I-95 killer. I don't know what the killer's name is, but he was he's 81 years old. He just got strangled in prison, and he went to jail. He was serving 2 consecutive life terms, and he went to jail for strangling and raping and strangling multiple women, I guess off of the I-5.
Was he the one with the truck? He had like a truck where he had like all this. It was like a crazy torture chamber or something he had in a truck, and he would drive.
In his
might
truck?
be a different guy. It was like like a U-Haul type truck thing that he had. I don't know if it's the same guy.
I don't know. Maybe I'll have to look
killer.
into that. No, but he was killed. He was strangled by his cellmate in an act of true irony. Strangled by his cellmate. His cellmate had 666 tattooed on his above his eye.
Well,
he strangled this old man who'd been living in jail for, I guess, since the 80s.
This just happened.
This just happened. Yeah, I just read about it on Yahoo.
Well,
where I get all my news on Yahoo.
That's what happens. Yeah. I love Yahoo News.
I get all my news on Yahoo and AOL. That's my name.
That's the place to go.
Yeah,
because it's like a mixture of like good, like real news and just trash news, and I love the combination.
Yeah. I'm eating a Cliff Bar, by the way. Sorry, I missed lunch. I didn't miss lunch. I don't know why I lied right now. I drank a smoothie for lunch, thinking that it would give me enough energy and, help me go through the day. But now I'm starving. I'm gonna eat this fucking Cliff Bar. Like
chow down.
You gotta do it.
I want to make it like an ASMR video. No, that's the big thing. I need to do like mukbang. Just listen. You hear it? People watch this stuff. They watch people just eat food.
Yeah. Listening to people eat food and serial killers are the.
Yeah, and they love this. They love the crackle of things. And
maybe they'll start making mukbang videos of serial killers and things.
Like cannibals.
Right. Yeah. Hell.
No, that'd be cool.
Put it all together.
I was about to say I'd watch that, but I may not. But some people might.
I'm sure a lot of people would.
Tom Peck would. Tom, oh my gosh, Tom Peck. I gotta have him. Shout out to Tom Peck, one of the most talented actors. Tom, you watching?
It's way past your bedtime.
Yeah, and by the way, it doesn't matter what time it is. It's definitely way past.
No matter what time it is.
It could be 10 a.m.
Too bad.
Yeah, 10 a.m., 2 p.m. doesn't matter. Go to sleep. Go to
sleep. You're an animal.
Yeah, you guys, I heard are writing a children's book about Go to Sleep, Tom Peck.
Yes. We've been working on it for the last 12 years, but it's finally coming together.
Right, it's almost there.
You're finally pulling it together.
Right,
so,
right.
By the way, you guys did you mean to match today?
No, we realized it when we sat down. We're like, God damn it, the stripes. Stripes are in.
Stripes are in too.
Red stripes.
That's what they're saying.
Right. Right.
I like both your shirts. I really like that sweater, Cody.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I ordered it, and it was a totally different sweater that I ordered online, and they sent me this one. And I said, what?
They screwed you over, but it worked out because you obviously didn't return it.
I didn't, and they sent me some money back, and they let me keep it. So
that's like the best of both worlds. You should continue that scam.
That's what I'm saying. I usually find in scenarios like that, if things go wrong, especially like at restaurants, like if things go wrong, it's always a good thing. Yeah. I don't ever think it's really a bad thing. Yeah. Because they'll always, oh no, we'll give you this for free, or
we'll give you this for free. We'll take a percentage off your meal, and maybe comp a couple things, or maybe all of it, depending on how Tragic.
When I go into restaurants, I pray that they screw it up every time.
Yeah. Now let me ask you a question. When's the last time you've gone to a restaurant?
Oh
God!
For those at home who don't know, I don't know when you're listening, but it's March 3rd, 2021 when I asked them this question.
March 3rd, 2020. When do we go to a restaurant?
When is the last time Cody and Ryan have been to a restaurant?
Sat outside a restaurant the other day.
You did?
Well, it
was a tea place.
Okay, I guess that kind of counts.
Yeah, and actually, right next door, there's a sushi place where you can sit outside and eat sushi.
Yeah. Okay. Let me. I
Sushi
want to give a new question. I want to change the question and say, when's the last time you sat at an indoor restaurant? There we go. That's better.
2014.
Way before the pandemic.
Yeah, I don't do the restaurant.
Benihana.
Yeah, it was Benihana, and didn't end well. So.
Yeah, Benihana, huh? Do you think Benihana that their restaurant sales went up after Wolf of Wall Street because he makes that reference to them?
That's probably the only reason I even thought about it is because of Wolf of Wall Street.
It's because of Wolf of Wall Street?
So I can imagine that their sales did go up.
Yeah. Benny fucking Hanna. Oh, man. What a great... It's not Scorsese's best, but it's in his top five.
Goodfellas is his best,
right
but
up there.
it's up there.
Oh, Goodfellas. Yeah, for me, it goes Goodfellas Casino, fairly close.
Yeah, Casino's great. But that Goodfellas... We were watching Goodfellas the other day, because, if it's just on... And you just sit down at any point in it. It's like a drug. You're just addicted. You just can't stop watching it, and it just goes. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that once it's on TV, you just keep going.
Yeah.
It takes work to turn it off.
It does. Yeah, that's a sign of a great film. Yeah, I would love to make a film like that one day that people just want to keep on repeat. If they're like, oh, the scene's on, okay, I got to watch the scene.
And then wait, the next scene.
Right.
Yeah.
It just doesn't stop.
We were watching the Copacabana scene.
Yes.
Where they're going through the. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, the single is that a true one shot or did he cheat it?
That's a true one.
That's a true.
He was saying how at the end of the take, the comedian, I can't remember his name, very famous comedian, who it ends the pan comes on to what's his name? Somebody watching this knows.
I can look it up.
But they said that because the one shot starts outside on the road and it goes all the way downstairs and through the kitchen and into the Copacabana, and they bring the table over and it finally pans over to him telling the one-liners, and they said at the end of every take he would mess up his one-liners.
After they did like a perfect take.
And all right, back to one, we got to do it again. And, I'm so sorry. But they finally got it in one of those takes. So
that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's always so impressive. I mean, it's impressive even when they cheat it and it looks like a one. And it looks like one shot.
Yeah, like that one Children of Men in the Car is a couple of different ones.
Yes. Oh, God. That's Alfonso Cuarón? No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great movie.
That's a great movie.
Yep.
Is he who also... he didn't do Gravity.
Yep. Yeah, that Gravity was his follow-up to Children of Men. It was a few years after, but it was...
Okay, and then
Roma.
What about... And then who did Revenant?
Iñárritu.
That's right.
Yeah, he's great too, and he's the one who did Birdman. And
he did Birdman. So who's Amores Perros
that's
and 21 grams?
That's him too. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I sometimes mix up their films. Yeah,
and then Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban is Cuarón.
Because he's Tu Mama Tambien. There's a shot that has the three of them hugging, which is Hermione, Harry, and what's the redhead? What's the ginger's name?
What is that character's name?
Ron Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
Yeah.
Someone out there knows.
Yeah, and they're this is what I get for not having a producer, and I'm too lazy to fucking Google. I don't want to rely on Google. You know what I mean? Like, hey, you guys, we got me. We'll figure it out, or we just don't know.
We got it.
You know what I mean? You know, our one listener can stop listening right now, so it's fine.
Tom Peck?
Tom Peck.
Tom Peck, go to bed. You should not be listening to this. You beautiful man, you. But there's a shot where they're all sort of hugging together, and it's a little shout out to Tu Mama Tambien. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. They're outside, and they're all kind of like hugging.
They should have gone all the way.
Yeah, they should have taken it to the next level.
I think they're all a little young at that point.
Yeah,
that's true.
It would be a little bit too close to like
12
the movie.
13, so not exactly appropriate.
Yeah, I don't think they're. Yeah, do they ever? Because technically it's Hogwarts is a high school, right? Did they ever reach 18?
They reached 17.
They reached 17 at Hogwarts.
Yeah, so it's never appropriate for them.
It's never
to go further than a three-way hug.
Tu Mama Tambien.
It's definitely not. Yeah, he stopped. He knew where to stop it. He was like, "That's the line, kids."
Right.
Yeah, he was like, "Daniel Radcliffe, watch your hands. This is PG."
It's a family
film. Funny that he's making little nods to it at all, though.
Yeah, he definitely made a nod to it. There's no question about that. That's my favorite Harry Potter film.
The third one?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Now, that's not my, now that's I'm not a I read I think 4 of the books. I'm not a huge Harry Potter fan. I know to some people Harry Potter is akin to Star Wars would be to me, but it's I have no dog in the fight. So to me, the movies are just like whatever. They're good.
I like the first 2.
Yeah, I like the second movie. I think the most.
I think I like
the second one. That's Christopher Columbus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I think I like that one.
After 3 is where to me
Chris Columbus, not Christopher.
Christopher
right, not the Christopher Columbus.
But after 3 is where it starts to lose itself.
It's not. Yeah, there's nothing to do with Columbus Day.
No. We don't talk about that.
No.
Mm-hmm.
No. I have to decline a call. Oh, it's bad.
I saw a call. I
just put my phone on silent.
I'm not gonna answer the phone in the middle of the.
No, God no.
God no. That would be insane.
God. Yeah, that was Mabel too. That was my girlfriend.
Very upset with you. However, if Tom Peck does call me, I will answer it.
Yeah. If Peck calls,
he's not gonna call me though.
I think there's a way, although I got to figure it out where we can take in live callers, but I haven't figured out that part yet.
Oh yeah, that's the next level.
When I get that nailed down, then we'll have Tom Peck. We'll have Tom Peck. Only Tom Peck call in.
Only Tom Peck. All right. We can have him call as different characters.
Yeah,
that would be great.
So our topic today, I don't even know if I've said yet, is filmmaking today. What it means to be a filmmaker, personal goals. Do you need social media? Does it hurt not to use it? And all that jazz. How do you feel when you're making a film? How do you feel when you're not making a film? Are you always in creation mode? Do you need to be in creation mode? What drives? I'm just throwing out 1,000 questions. You're probably going to remember maybe one, if not less, of them. Let's talk about that. What drives you guys? I know you're both brothers, as we know. You're both brothers. You guys are 2 years apart?
3. Just about 3.
3 years apart. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first film you? Actually, I'm genuinely curious about this. What's the first film that you guys made together? And then, give me the story behind that. Who got into it first? Because Ryan, you're older by you said 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
You literally just told me, and I've already forgotten because I remember fucking
17 years.
I remember a goldfish just every 7 seconds. I just bounce into a glass wall. I'm like, what just happened? So give me a little background on that.
The first film that we ever made was when we were living in New Orleans, and I guess it was in 1998 because I was 8 and Cody was 5.
Okay.
And it was that was around the time that we were watching a bunch of horror movies that we probably shouldn't have been watching.
Did you say horror movies or
horror movies? Yeah,
okay.
like slasher movies and monster movies and all that stuff. Because our dad and our uncle would show us all of those things that we shouldn't be watching.
And what age is this?
8 and 5, around there, 7, 8,
okay.
6, 7, 8, 5, anywhere in that area.
Yeah.
But the first movie we ever made, our uncle had a camcorder, so he shot it for us, and we made it. And I was someone who was attacked in a graveyard and became a zombie or a killer or something. Yeah. And Cody was a
scientist. I was trying to figure out how to stop him, and at the end of it, I find a cup of boiling acid and I throw it on his face.
And I had a horrific, painful death.
What did you use for acid?
Water from the sink. And he even showed me getting it.
And he said he shot on the camcorder?
Yeah. Our uncle shot it. We kind of went back and forth, but he mostly shot it.
And what prompted you guys to do that? Just you'd seen all these horror movies and you're like, I want to do that?
Yeah, because we just loved movies growing since we were born. Yeah. We would just always watch movies, and our family would just show us movies, and we just watch movies. And we were just let's make our own movie.
And both our parents were photographers, and so there was always a bunch of cameras around. And then our uncle, who was also interested in photography, but would have a camcorder. So just because a bunch of cameras around, and we happen to like movies, it sort of was easy to to transition into.
Did either of you ever pick up a regular camera and just take some photos, or just you stuck with the video or film?
Later on, I started to do a little bit more of that, but mostly stuck with the video camera.
I was just shoot pictures with my cell phone at this point.
Right.
Yeah. So that's kind of what started all. And then I mean, throughout high school, did you continuously make films throughout high school?
Oh yeah, no, from that point on, we just hadn't stopped making movies.
Yeah, there's dozens of little homemade movies like that'll never see the light of day. Not because they're just, we don't know where they are now.
Yeah, there's a whole collection of movies that we made in the late 90s and early 2000s when we were like 9, 10, 11 or something like that. All shot on the high 8 camcorder. The
LeBoeuf childhood anthology is somewhere out in some treasure chest buried
it's
in the swamps, in the bogs of New Orleans.
Someone's going to find it out there.
The gators are protecting it.
Oh, yeah. There's the gators. There's some old swamp priestess out there. It's trouble. Maybe Rocco Bazaar can go
Rocco Bazaar, maybe we can find it. I can picture him going through a bog. Do you guys have bogs, or do you just?
Oh, we got bogs.
Bogs for days.
Bogs for days.
We got bogs for days.
We got bogs, baby. Forget about it.
And so you both. Why Vegas? Because did you move to Vegas before you went to UNLV, or?
No. I mean, we had been coming to Vegas for a few years actually. We were actually
for family.
For family, we would just come and then meet other family here, and we were actually here for the millennium, and then we just got, and then at some point when it was time to go to college, I was like weighing my options and thinking, I was like, this, and I was just like, is there like a good film school in Vegas? And my high school film teacher actually knew one of the professors at UNLV in the film department, and so I actually asked him. He's like, "Oh, I actually do know someone." And then it turned out to be a pretty good film school. And then I was like, fuck it, I'll just come to Vegas.
And it's the convenience of being so close to LA without having to pay to be in LA.
Yeah, I feel that. So, you guys, so what would you say? Like, it's just this childhood thing that's because. Do you feel like, I know me when I'm not doing something, I mean, I either have to be writing or performing or auditioning or this. I have to be doing something creative, or I go into a dark mental state of death. I have to create, or like it's really bad for me from a mental perspective. Not everyone is that hardcore and crazy. But yeah, I have, for me personally. So what drives you?
I mean, we kind of feel the same way. Like we're always working on something, and like right now we're working on a couple different things. We're working on this horror anthology movie that you're actually a part of.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, we haven't shot yours yet.
We have not shot mine yet. It got postponed for the folks at home due to this thing called COVID. We were supposed to shoot last year, in March?
In March, a year ago this month.
Holy shit, that's right. It was the week of the 13th, right? That we were on the phone. Was it not? Or was it this upcoming week?
Probably.
Right. Yeah.
It was right after my birthday.
Yeah, we were going to fly a bunch of people in, and we had older people on the project, and we had scenes in the French Quarter with a bunch of people, and so it was very quickly decided that was not going to happen.
I remember
that's
getting
the
the call
last one we have. Yeah, I
remember getting the call with you guys and Peck being like, "Should we do this? This was just for the people at home. This was just at the beginning of this pandemic, and we didn't know what we were dealing with here."
We even knew it was going to be as big of a deal as it was, and had to pull the plug, which was the right decision, obviously. Yeah. But we were shooting those for the last year or so.
We're shooting them for there's a guy who owns and runs the Haunted History Tour in New Orleans, and he's financing the movie, so it's like it's under the banner of the New Orleans Haunted History Tour, and
it's just essentially a bunch of horror vignettes.
Yeah, 10 horror shorts
kind of thematically tied around New Orleans.
When did Mabel shoot hers? She shot hers in 2019.
She shot hers in 2019. Like August. 2019. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've been working on it since 2019.
A while, yeah. And Rocco's the final piece of the puzzle.
Exactly. And the final
one. So it's like
segment of the film.
We need to.
And it's got me, so it's got to go in. We got
It's got it. What are we talking about?
I mean, I'm willing to change my whole hairstyle and do, or what was your suggestion, Cody? The wig? The wig might be the path of least resistance, to be honest.
We might have more crazy options with a good wig.
With a good wig. And maybe that's just what Rocco does. Maybe I'll come back here.
That's what we're saying is that Rocco has
his different wigs for different
picture wig, and he takes it off in between.
Yeah, for anyone who doesn't know, Roberto's playing Rocco Bizarre, who's like this crazy paranormal investigator type. Like, he's one of those like pieces of shit that are on the History Channel that have like those shows, and they're like, we're going places.
We're gonna crack the ghost case wide open.
You know it's real.
Right.
Yeah.
And he goes down to New Orleans to try to get the next big scoop.
Right.
Yeah.
He finds himself in some trouble.
And then all hell breaks loose. He's really just a narcissist.
Oh, he's a terrible person.
Doesn't give a shit about anyone or anything.
Right.
I think he's the kind of character, though, and correct me if I'm wrong, that has done it for so long and has gone. It's almost like somebody that goes undercover for too long. He starts to believe that's who he is.
Yeah, exactly.
At this point, he probably believes in ghouls and goblins.
Yeah, because I think he's blurred the line of reality himself, and he's probably he's gone too deep. He's lost track of what's real and what's not. So to him, it's
a real Donald Trump.
Yeah, precisely. Yeah, to him it's the same thing. Whether they exist or don't. He's got the same insane passion. It seems like the type of person that will literally stop at nothing to get the scoop or to get to get what he needs done. Yeah,
but yeah. So we've been working on that. We've been editing all the other ones, and then also for the last couple of years we've been working on this feature screenplay. So we've been writing that for the last couple of years, and we're getting like near a place where we're feeling good enough to like try to get it financed or attempt to get it financed, and hopefully that'll be what we're able to make next after this one.
So is that your main thing that you're focusing on? Is this movie? Did you tell me the name, or does it have a name, or is it untitled, or can you say
the name of the haunted history tour, or the one we're writing?
No,
right now it's just called the New Orleans Haunted History Tour.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah.
It's got a cool name. He's got a cool name.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but it's like a New Orleans and a haunted history tour instead of a massacre and a chainsaw.
With the New Orleans, it might be.
A Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Texas.
I mean, it's not good. It's not as good a title as that.
They're just like, hey, fuck it, guys. Let's go 100% open. Let's fucking
take the
masks off.
It's like Joe Biden comes out and he's like, everyone's gonna have a vaccine by May. And
like, great, we're open.
Mississippi are like, great, we're open today.
Today.
Yeah.
Today.
How it's the people who supposedly wanted to end the soonest, who are the ones who are always dragging it out the longest.
It's fucking nuts.
But
fucking nuts.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I won't be moving or visiting Texas anytime soon.
No.
Crazy white man. Chris Cooper from Adaptation. Did he? For those people who are like, what are they talking about? That was a quote from Chris Cooper in Adaptation. It's a flashback, right? It is an Oscar-winning performance.
It's kind of like a dream.
Well, it's like
thing that Kaufman's.
Kaufman's like going through everything. He's like, it's gonna be this. It's gonna be this. He's breaking down the script, right?
And so he remembers him saying that, and it's a little fantastical because of how he's remembering it in that flash.
Hilarious.
Oh, okay. He's won the Oscar.
Chris Cooper won the Oscar for that. Yeah, for sure.
But Meryl Streep, she was nominated. She did not win.
She did not win.
She was great.
That's my favorite Meryl Streep performance, and she should win, but she didn't win.
Over Devil Wears Prada?
Over Devil was
DWP?
Yeah, she's great in that. And there's a bunch of Meryl Streep performances I haven't seen that I can't speak for, but of the ones I've seen, Adaptation for sure.
Here's a crazy thing. Maybe not too crazy. I would argue, and I feel like I can back this up, I think that she is the greatest actor of all time.
Nope.
Meryl Streep.
No. I mean, maybe. Who's to say otherwise?
After Ned Beatty.
I mean, you would. I mean, obviously, this is totally a subjective situation, and teach her own. And she's not my favorite. My favorite's Pacino. That goes without. It's not even. Pacino,
we were
Pacino,
watching
Pacino.
Dog Day Afternoon the other day on
Ah,
TCM.
fuck. Yeah.
I think that's my favorite Pacino, and I agree. Similar to your Meryl Streep comment. It's not the best Pacino, but
Correct.
it is my favorite Pacino.
The best Pacino is Scarface.
To me, that's like Scarface. To me, it's not the greatest movie of all time, but to me, it's my favorite movie of all time, and it's my movie that if you were like, you can only watch one movie for the rest of your life. Scarface is that film. I love it that much. It's so insane.
It is really
on every single level. It could never get made today, although I think they're doing a remake of it. But remember, it was a remake of a remake, so I don't really care what you know what I mean.
The remake of it is directed by what's his name, who did Call Me by Your Name and the remake of Suspiria. But it's written by the Coen brothers. The Coen brothers have written.
I mean, it sounds like. I mean, I'll be excited to see it. Yeah, and what they're going to set it in Mexico and deal with like the cartel and whatnot.
Oh, I have no idea. I only read that bit of trivia the other day. I saw something come up. I was like, oh, that'll be interesting.
Yeah. But anyway, Meryl Streep, her body of work. I mean, I guess you can't go by like Oscar nominations because ultimately Oscars are kind of bullshit, right? Right? Because there are so many people that should
half
win.
Bullshit, half like
even
legitimate.
Even if you cut her nominations in half, there would still be. She'd still probably be high up there.
I think John Williams has the most nominations, and that's not bullshit. That's like
he's got the well, he's got this.
Does he have the most wins?
No, well, he has the second most nominations. Walt Disney technically has the most, but his are kind of debatably split up because he's not. It's not the same as John Williams, who was nominated for writing and or composing and conducting everything that he was nominated for.
Right,
whereas Walt is more of the overseer of all the different types of nominations he would receive.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've always been, so enamored with her performances. I mean, everything that she does is gold.
Yeah,
I mean, and add her body of work, and I mean, it's tough because you take like a Daniel Day-Lewis who argues like, oh, that's like every time he like looks at a movie, he wins an Oscar, but he does one every like 5 years.
Right.
She turns him out, I don't know.
She's sick. She's a sick lady.
Yeah. She's
my control.
I stand by it. I think that Meryl Streep's the greatest actor of all time. And by the way, male or female, I'm going to put her living or non-living. I'm going to put her
in my head for whatever reason when I think of that. Who would win that? My brain goes to Cate Blanchett.
Whew, that's interesting.
And that's male or female.
Yeah,
but that's just. I mean, I couldn't even tell. I mean, she's just fantastic, but I don't know. For some reason,
I love
maybe
Cate Blanchett.
She's my favorite.
I think she's gorgeous. She's ridiculously talented. She's one of the greatest actors of all time. That goes without saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once again, totally subjective, but
Ned Beatty for sure.
Beatty.
But the greatest performance I think that I've ever seen. We were watching it again the other day, and it is just out of this world. Is fucking Kathy Bates in Misery.
Oh my gosh!
Like there's nothing better than that.
What did you say? You dirty bird!
You dirty bird!
You dirty bird!
Dirty bird! Oh, that scene when she takes the sledgehammer to his ankles.
Oh yeah! I mean, she walks into that. She's in that movie from the start, and she just goes. And that performance does not stop. Yeah. It does not let up.
She must have been nominated for that.
She
right?
won.
She won for that.
Right, and she wasn't really in much else prior to that. Right. She mostly came from the stage, but
she did a movie afterwards called what was it, Dolores Claiborne or something?
I haven't seen that. Just watch that. That's Stephen King as well, I think.
Is it?
I think it is. I mean,
it might be because it takes place up in Maine or somewhere in New England.
I think it is. Yeah.
Yeah, where all of Stephen King's, because he lives up. Where does he live? In Maine or New Hampshire or one of those two?
Right. Yeah.
What's that?
I think Maine.
Yeah, maybe Vermont.
One
of those three. It's definitely one of those three. I'm not going any more south than.
I think it's Maine.
Than New Hampshire. It's Maine, right? I think it's Maine as well. Where is the Shining is supposed to? Where is that supposed to?
That's in Colorado. And so is Misery. So like my two, what I would consider the two best film adaptations of Stephen King that I've seen, both take place in Colorado.
Those are both in Colorado.
Yep.
Colorado.
Yep. Colorado.
Are those the two best? Are those the two best Stephen King adaptations? Is it Shining? In
my
and
opinion, The Shining.
I think Shining and then Misery, and then like all the other ones.
Carrie not up there?
Carrie's somewhere there. But
like
for sure, those two are the top.
I like The Green Mile and Shawshank.
Are we only choosing horror? Because
no, just across the board.
Then Shawshank has to be number one, right?
Shining.
I go for Shining.
Yeah, and then Misery is a hard too, and then we can get into like Green Mile, Shining.
Isn't The Shining the one that
Shawshank.
he likes the least?
Yeah, he hates it.
He doesn't like it at all.
Right? Shining is the one that Stephen King just. Why does he not like his? I mean, Kubrick clearly just made that his own.
Yeah,
I don't know. I never read the book, so I don't know how much he deviated from that.
I haven't either, but from what I understand, it was.
It's not quite. I read a quote by him yesterday. Actually, he's like The Shining is a really nice car with no engine. It's like.
Right. What I think his problem, from what I understand, was that he wanted the character of Jack Torrance to have more of a progressive build into madness throughout the film as he's stuck in the hotel longer. And he does in the movie kind of just start out already crazy and get...
Right, because Nicholson's just... Yeah, he's already crazy from the
crazy
start,
when
from
the
the
movie begins. There's clearly already something wrong, like deeply wrong with him.
Yeah, that's so great.
As
that's
the
what
movie
goes,
he takes off from there, and I think Stephen King was upset that he didn't start relatively sane. From what I understand, but I have to disagree with him on that.
He's dead wrong. But he loves Misery. Misery is
by the way, I love The Shining. These are all fantastic films. Shawshank, to me, is one of the top 10 films of all time.
Oh, it's excellent. It's so good.
It's hard,
especially that warden.
The warden. He's a great actor. That guy's.
Bob Gunn. He's great. He's great in Bats. I don't know if anyone out there has seen Bats.
Bats? No. What is it? Bats. Is that with James Woods?
No. That's vampires.
I love how you knew what I was thinking about. That's right. That's vampires.
That's John Carpenter's Vampires, which is also great.
That's
but Bats
right.
is Bats is John Logan wrote it. The Tony-winning John Logan, who went on to write Gladiator and Skyfall. Hugo, maybe.
Okay.
Hugo.
I just watched Gladiator last night.
Love Gladiator.
Fantastic goddamn film.
Yeah,
Gladiator's so good.
Fucking so good.
It's better than Bats. Bats is pretty good.
Is it better than Braveheart?
Yes. I think so.
Yes, I think so. I love Braveheart too, but I'm gonna go.
Love Braveheart.
The music in Braveheart is better than Gladiator. Music.
Yeah,
personally, it's tough. It's tough.
Braveheart is great though. I love
Braveheart's a great movie, but I think Gladiator is just a.
I love Joaquin Phoenix in.
Oh yeah.
Gladiator.
He has a lot to do
Have
with
I
why
not
that movie
merciful?
Have I not Yeah, he's
he deserves a lot of credit for why that movie works at all.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I totally agree. Totally agree.
He's excellent. As always.
What were we talking about? Shawshank and The Shining.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on. That's going back to what you were saying earlier, that the two of his movies that are the most that you like the best or most successful or the greatest adaptations actually took place in a place where. Why did he place them in Colorado? Because does he have any?
I guess just because of like the cold seclusion, like wilderness seclusion, just works.
Yeah, I wonder if he would ever.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wonder if he ever lived there or not. I'm actually in the middle of reading. I should know that. I'm in the middle of reading his book, and I don't remember him ever living in Colorado.
Like an autobiography or something?
Yeah, I'm reading On Writing. Fantastic book. You should both read it. For those who have not, Stephen King's On Writing. Exactly. It's an autobiography, but it's also details his writing process and whatnot. And it's fantastic. It really is fantastic. Yeah.
That sounds good.
He delves into the depth, the deep depth.
The old deep depth.
The old deep depth, as they say. So let's go back here into filmmaking and what does this even mean? Like, you guys are filmmakers since your childhood. Do you have a specific goal in mind for how you see yourselves? Is it just to continue creating? Is there something that you'd like to see as far as like in terms of success? And I know that term can be, can mean so many different things to different people. You know what I mean? Happiness. To me, success is happiness and just being happy with what you're doing and in your life and feeling content. But is there an ultimate goal for you guys?
Every our films playing in every household in America and eventually the globe, until we can get them to space.
Yep.
And then space
at the new space hotel.
The new space hotel.
Yeah,
you'll be able to choose our movie in the lobby. You watch in the lobby or watch
our films playing in the lobby of the new space hotel.
Exactly.
Movies in space.
Final goal.
Final goal is movies in space.
Yeah. Did you see that article that they're going to start construction on a space hotel?
Oh yeah,
I did see
yeah.
that.
At first I didn't think it was real, and I was like, "Is this real? What are they talking about?"
It looks so ridiculous.
Yeah, it looks like the one from 2001, like the big eagle.
Yeah, it does.
Thing. Yeah.
There's no healthcare for everybody, but they're going to start that.
There's space hotel.
But there's space hotel. What do you want? What do you want?
Which would you rather?
Yeah, I know. You know,
it's a simple question.
All right. So you want to be universally known. You want your stuff to be seen everywhere. How specific does it get? Like going back to like a movie like Goodfellas, where if it comes on, you just gotta watch it. There's other movies like that, but casinos like that, Scarface is like that. I'm sure we can think of 20 other movies where if they come on.
I'm sure everyone would love to make a movie as addictive as something like Goodfellas, but good luck. That's a pretty high bar for anyone out there, even people already successful in the film industry. But right now we're just trying to work on the screenplay that we've got and make it good enough so that we can actually maintain funding or get funding to get it done. That's our primary objective as of right now.
And just getting that done. That's great.
Yep.
And what are your so you'll do this film, and then what do you just push it through the festival circuit? Do you look for distribution? Do you do both? Little A, little B?
Yeah, I guess both. With our previous movie that we made, it's just being distributed on a couple different platforms like Amazon and Tubi, but we're not exactly sure what we're going to do with this Haunted History Tour one right now. Obviously it's going to be like hit the festival circuit and then find some sort of distribution after that.
Yeah.
And I'll simultaneously have this script ready so that once the Haunted History Tour movie is finished, like we'll have this one ready to go to be the next thing that can be made, hopefully.
Well, here's my hope for you, is that with this regards to the Haunted History movie, is that I've been auditioning a lot lately because I've got new representation. Shout out to me. And
shout out to Roberto.
And my hope is that I get big so that when the movie comes out, my name helps push it out.
There you go. Absolutely. Like, blah, 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 and Roberto Raad as Morocco Bazaar.
Right, you want to put your name on the poster.
Just
your face.
Yeah, that's
that's my Bazaar show and other stories.
Yeah, I say that's my hope for you. That's really selfishly my hope for me. But
that's our hope for you too.
But that's very Rocco. That's very. I'm already in character. I've been in character. Yeah.
Yeah. I've been in character. Anyone else who's in it wants to get famous in the meanwhile before this bitch comes out. Go ahead.
Right now I'm just working on me and Mabel. That's what we're trying to get us, trying to get our names big for you guys.
Absolutely.
Well, you're both in it.
Yeah, or you guys get big and vice versa. That's what's so great about this collaboration. You know what I mean? If you win, I win. If I win, you win.
Isn't that
what's kind of beautiful?
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful
thing.
It's a beautiful.
Let me ask you guys, where do you get your ideas from? Like, where I know for me, ideas come out of nowhere. But as far as this next script, is it because you guys both take turns doing the writing? Take me through some of that process. I know
it usually comes from hard jungle psychedelics.
Oh,
that cannot be found in this country. we have to. Go down there.
You got to go somewhere else.
Session in the middle of the Amazon, and then we come back
a couple weeks.
And got it all figured out.
A little DMT, little peyote. Who knows?
Clear blueprint is formed.
Ayahuasca.
And then it's just a matter of coming back and
and just jotting it down.
Yeah.
But
What's your you got? Can we tell people about the whiteboard?
Oh yeah, we have a whiteboard. I would grab it, but it might just.
No, you don't grab. Yeah. Don't fuck up.
It's a whiteboard.
You standard whiteboard.
It's like a big rectangle.
No, but we do. Yeah, we have a whiteboard. We I don't know. I'm sure someone else has done it, but we saw Trey Parker and Matt Stone do it whenever they're in their writing room when they're writing South Park episodes, and we're like, that's a good way to do it. We've seen other people use sticky notes, like notepad, like things, and
okay.
That's too confusing for me. I mean, I get it, but also it's just you put them all up and I don't know. There's a lot of ways to do it digitally now on some of these screenwriting programs, but for whatever reason, I like the whiteboard.
Yeah. I think a whiteboard's a great idea. I do Post-its and next cards. I'll usually have like 2 or 3 notebooks that are just they look like a crime scene, and yeah, like literally looks like in Seven when they go into Kevin Spacey's apartment, they find out those,
it's just all shit all over.
It's just like shit. Yeah, it's just the notepads are just all fucked up, and but eventually make its way into my computer. But I try and write. I won't write a script out totally freehand, but I'll write a lot of it freehand. Because I feel just sometimes just constrained with the computer. To me, going straight to the computer feels too final, and so I think it tricks my brain into thinking that it's like, oh, can I really rewrite this? So I like to get as much down on paper as possible. Definitely, ideas go down on paper, but when it comes down to the first draft, usually a good portion of it is done on several notebooks, like a crazy person, and then I probably waste a lot of time trying to piece it all together when I go to actually write it. But
yeah, I used to do that a lot more like years ago, writing and stuff down. I don't do that a lot anymore. I probably should, but we have this note thing in our phone where we put all of our notes in it, so that it's just always backed up.
The Notes
on
app
the
on
no,
well, it's a different. It's which would work the same way, but it's Evernote is the one we use, and so it's it's
I know Evernote.
online, so you can access it anywhere if you don't have your phone in particular, which is the same as these notes ones, I'm sure. But
and you can access it from your computer as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, cool!
And it's free, and there's not endless, but basically endless storage to put your notes up. And so we'll use that and instead of the notebooks, I guess these days, just because it's the convenience of having it all there.
What's it like writing together? Are you guys so simpatico at this point that you just sort of bounce stuff? Like when it comes down to like actually put it into the script, how does that work? Like Cody, are like, okay, I'm going to take first 5 pages, and then Ryan, you toss it over and take the next 5. Like how?
A lot of the time, like that.
Yeah, we kind of mix it up so that some of the time we're like, yeah, we know what the scene is because we've talked it out and outlined it. We with this script we're in the midst of writing now. We've done a lot of outlining, more outlining than we have in the past, and it's been so helpful to do that. But so we'll know what say a scene is, and then it'll be, I'll write that scene, and then I'll give it to you, and you just revise it and change anything you want, and then send it back. Or sometimes we'll sit down and just write it together out loud.
Yeah, because sometimes it's better to just say it out loud. Just say the things out loud, so you could hear what it would sound like coming out of a human's mouth, and if a human should even be saying.
How much improvisation do you use? Do you sometimes just like come up with the characters, like, "Hey, this is the scene. This is where we need to go. Where we need it to go. We don't know where it's going to go yet. Do you want to just act it out?" I mean, you're both actors. Do you ever utilize that side of yourselves to write?
It comes up when we're writing the dialogue a little bit some of the time.
Right, I'll just say things randomly.
Necessarily like stand up and act the scenes out or anything, but
do you think that's ridiculous?
No, not at all. I'm hearing it. I'm like, maybe we should do that. It's
not a terrible idea, but it's just funny
I do that.
Imagine.
Yeah, I do that, but by myself.
Just
okay. No, because I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. In that voice specifically, and
that's hilarious.
Yeah. No, but I a lot of times, that's the last thing I wrote and completed, all the way was alternative therapy, and with that, I had to kind of I was like, what is this going to say, and so I sort of acted out both parts to sort of get there.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like it'd be very helpful. I don't know, maybe we should do that for these last couple of scenes that we have.
Yeah. When you do and I'm not just asking this because I'm starring in your final short within your anthology, but when you're directing actors, do you want them to stick with the script precisely? Do you want to let's just get the script down, and then after that we can play around? How much improvisation do you allow, or do you like when you're filming, or does it change from film to film?
It changes from scene to scene even, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's probably the most, if there's a consistent way, it's for the most part, let's try to do what's written first, at least for a take or two, and then afterwards.
Yeah, and then what happens, just do
whatever you want. Because a lot of the time, it's better.
Yeah, a lot of the times, the actors just say it in different ways or say different things that are just better than anything we wrote. So it's just like, let's do that.
Yeah, I feel. I'm getting blown up again. Hold on a second. Let's.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's see. Watch this. Watch what I'm about to do. Oh
shit!
She hung up. She hung up. I was gonna bring her on. I'm gonna text her instead and say, "Hey, I'm doing the podcast." I should have shut this phone off. That's my fault.
Unbelievable.
There we go. I said, "Doing podcast. Call you back." But you know what I'm gonna do to ease that up a little bit? I'm gonna add a heart.
A little spoonful of sugar.
A little spoonful of sugar. You always gotta throw in the sugar. Gotta throw in the sugar. You know what I mean? You know? Otherwise, because you don't get the tone with the text. Like, hey, I'm doing the podcast. Call you back. She might read it like, doing podcast. Call you back.
Right.
Texts are tricky.
Texts are tricky because there's you can't read tone, so you have to guess.
Right.
You have to guess that this is the tone that they. That's why so many people put haha at the end of something. So it's absolutely clear. Yeah, because I can be like, "Hey, fuck you," but if I go, "Hey, fuck you," haha, you know what I mean? It's a whole different thing.
Eventually, we should just get to the point where we abandon letters and words and just use emojis and just go back to like hieroglyphics and say everything that we want to say.
It does break language barriers for sure.
It sure does. It sure does. You can communicate with anyone via emoji. It's the true international language. It's probably the language they're going to use up at the space hotel.
Oh my God! Now see,
which will be the emojis only.
Emojis only. We're not writing any of this shit down.
Yeah, people are not allowed to actually like verbally communicate with each other. They can only show each other their phones or text, even if they're right in front of each other.
The future.
Yeah. That hotel did look really ridiculous, though, right?
It looked ridiculous.
It looked like it was out of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
It looks like they just saw 2001 and they were like, well, if this makes the most sense that like how you would land or be able to dock a ship and have multiple. I mean, he figured that out a long time ago.
It's so nuts. I mean, I can't even fathom how much that trip would cost an individual.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I want to. I for sure want to, but it's like I don't know how long I would wait before it's like they really need to get this space travel thing down before I'm fucking strapping a rocket.
I don't want to be the guinea pig.
Right, it's like the people who were first around when planes started flying. It's like
fuck no.
Fuck that.
I don't want to Wright brothers that shit. I want to I want to be.
I already hate flying in planes. How as it is. So
do you? Is that a true statement? Do you really hate flying in planes?
I truly.
Do you hate flying in planes even more now because of COVID? Have you flown yet since?
I have, and I'm not, that's not what we're. I just don't like being in a plane.
Because
I used to, like when I was little, I was like, oh, look at it all down there, and like there are moments of like natural beauty that I'm taking in, looking out the window. That's one thing, and it's like, oh, I'm calm in this one, but for the most part, I'm just not about it.
What happens? Anxiety, nerves? What is it?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like. We're just in this little thing, so small in the sky and so fast. But it's like, I know it's safe. I know it's the safest thing.
Because cars are so much more dangerous on a daily basis that you should be more nervous in a car than in a plane. But for whatever reason. I mean, I guess with the car, if you were to get into an accident, it would happen so quick. Whereas a plane, you got some time to think about what's happening. That's the scariest element of it.
Yeah. Like the passengers in the movie Flight.
I talked about this last time. Exactly. Yeah, I think you'd be ruined. You'd be done as a human being.
Upside down flying.
We're gonna roll it.
We're gonna
roll it. I was talking with my friend the other day about that. I love that movie. That's a great.
That's a really good time.
Oh yeah,
that's a great.
John Goodman's in there.
John Goodman's fantastic in that film. Yeah, Melissa Leo is at the end of that film.
Yeah, she's so good in that.
She's always great.
Melissa Leo.
She's another one of those actors that is just fantastic in everything she touches.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen Prisoners with Hugh Jackman
and Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yeah.
Yes, I have.
She's great in that.
She's fantastic in that. That's correct.
I just watched that the other day for the first time.
Yeah. What is that for? This indie movie she did a while back? What is it called? Like Frozen River.
Frozen River. I haven't seen that, but that's what it is. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
Is that her?
That might be a David Gordon Green movie actually, but I haven't seen it. But
I think it's Frozen River.
I think so. She's in Red State. She's in Kevin Smith's Red State, and she's great, where she plays Shirley Roper.
I actually never saw Red State.
Oh, that's
that's a good time.
Have you seen Tusk?
Yes, I've seen Tusk, and I love Tusk.
Yeah, love Tusk.
Yeah, Red State's another one with John Goodman.
Yeah, John Goodman was Leo.
Okay. Yeah, so she is in Red State. Or excuse me, she is in Frozen River, and it's Courtney Hunt.
Who
directed it. Yep.
Then what am I thinking of? I'm thinking of some other thing that David Gordon Green directed, some other snow movie or something.
Yeah, Frozen River is it's a fantastic film. I'm not sure what other films this director did. Ooh, she graduated from Columbia.
Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna stop looking things up. We've already talked for an hour. That's great. I don't even know what the fuck we talked about. I'm a terrible host at the end of the day. I try to
talking about things.
I try to stay on topic, but it's just impossible for my fucking ADD brain to stay on a singular topic for too long because I get bored too quickly.
Yeah,
that's what it is. And initially this was a debate show. And I was like, oh, in the end, we always hug it out. I was like, I'm trying to make the hug out thing work. Like, hey, we'll always come back full circle and hug. Mm-hmm. Yay. Yay. What do we? So let me ask you a quick question because I do need to touch upon social media a little bit, and that's you guys are kind of on it, but you're not really on it to the point. You're not using social media. You're on it just as your average Joe is on it. You're using it to consume and post random stuff on it, but you're not really. And sometimes you post movies and whatnot on it, but you're not. I feel like you guys are not really using it. And tell me if I'm wrong. To really build your brand. Is that a correct assessment, or do you tell me how you use social media?
Right. It's like whenever I feel I'm on social media all the time, like a goddamn drug addict, just like looking at other things.
Yeah, as everyone is today, which is
right,
a problem.
Right. But as far as like promoting ourselves or presenting ourselves, we really don't do it unless we actually have unless we had something to promote. So
right.
like the few times we've gotten a movie on Amazon or there's a movie coming up in a film festival, then we'll be like, oh hey, here it is. But in the meanwhile, there's just nothing to say about ourselves.
Is there
have something to say?
Have you ever thought about, and I don't even know if this even works or if it's even beneficial because your movies are somewhat longer, but you do have some shorter fare, right? Like Wichita Line.
Yeah, we have a bunch. All those on
the pizza. Those are all. Have you ever thought about putting those on Instagram or now even TikTok to a point? Would that be beneficial? Do you think, or do you feel like it would?
Maybe.
Do you feel like it was like no, it's not meant to be consumed that way? Or I mean.
Oh no! I don't care how you consume
yeah,
it.
If we just wanted to put the time into putting all that stuff on different social media platforms, it would be a good idea. But we haven't.
I'm not saying it's good or bad or even necessary. Right. I think the question is it? Is it as a filmmaker today? Is how much should you rely on social media to help build yourself? Like when we finish this film. What you're going to use it then, right?
We'll for sure use it then, and hopefully everyone involved will use it, and we'll be able to just get it out there. And
so you use it. It seems like as an as needed basis. Otherwise, in your off time, you're just using it as a regular consumer. Even
I usually, if I'm on Facebook, I'll post articles about some new form of cephalopod they found at the bottom of the ocean or something like that. That's always fun shit to put on there. But usually that's about the extent of
it. What are you on the most? You guys are both on Instagram, both on Facebook. Do you fuck with Twitter?
No.
Neither of you on Twitter? Okay.
No, not on Twitter. And then, those are really the two.
Yeah, mostly Instagram because it's pictures.
Right. People aren't
and
bitching.
Videos.
And
right. It's not so much
on Facebook like they are on Facebook.
Facebook is really cool. It's obviously a revolutionary thing, but I don't know. I find myself just not. I don't know. I feel like some of the time I'm just wasting my time on it.
Yeah,
a lot of the time.
I would say most
of the time.
I can lose hours. Like I can be writing or something and doing work or doing a multitude of things that I should be doing, and I'll just get distracted or and I'll just go on Twitter for and all it takes is that quick turn. I'm just going to check this one thing out. Or you get a notice. Next thing you know, I'm on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram for the next hour. I'm like, I don't even know what I just did. I don't even remember what I've just consumed.
Losing yourself.
Yeah.
Hour by hour.
Yeah, you lose time. Just like, you guys will know this reference. Just like Ed Norton in Primal Fear when he's like, I lost time. I lost time. Right?
Yes.
With Richard Gere.
That's good stuff. That's Richard Gere. That's
Gere.
And then spoiler alert, he was pretending to be that person, that character the whole time. Ed Norton was pretending the whole time. He really killed
Spoiler alert, Richard Gere is the Mothman in the Mothman Prophecies.
In the Mothman Prophecies.
He is the Mothman
He is the
whole
Mothman
time.
the whole time.
What? No. Now you're just fucking
Yeah.
around. He's not the goddamn Mothman
You
the
don't
whole
remember
time.
the Mothman?
I've seen Moth.
At the end when he opens
I've
up
seen
his
the-
wings and flies to New York.
At the very end of the Mothman, he like turns to camera and it
Eyes
becomes
red.
very menacing.
Yeah,
And he
I
says,
am the
"I am
Mothman.
the
Just like Tony
Mothman."
Stark at the end of Iron Man.
remember?
Right,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
remember. Yeah, it's all coming back.
And he
That's
spreads
right.
his wings.
And Laura Linney can't believe it.
Yeah, and he's going, "Caw-caw, caw-caw."
And he just
Yeah.
flies out the window. Laura
Yeah.
Linney faints in Will Patton's arms.
She faints and yeah, exactly. It's a big scene.
Yeah, it's a big movie.
Oh, that's Laura Linney is in that film.
They're
She
both
is.
together in that and in Primal Fear.
Oh, she's in Primal Fear. That's right. I forgot
They
about
need to
it.
be in another thing together. That's
They
her
need
Primal
one-
Fear, right? I haven't seen it in
Yeah.
like 15 years, but I'm
Yeah,
pretty
that's
sure
all I
that's
saw. I
her.
didn't even remember that she was in that.
Yeah,
I always think of him teaming up with what's that great actress who's a Diane Lane?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like not Unfaithful.
Unfaithful.
That's a
Right.
good one.
That's a great one. Who's that? That's not Viggo Mortensen and Michael. No. I'm thinking of another movie. There's another movie with Viggo Mortensen and Michael Douglas.
Viggo Mortensen
That's
and Michael Douglas.
Similar. God damn it.
The
Really
Fellowship
need a
of the
producer to
Ring?
look this shit up, guys.
Yeah.
Spokes are falling off the wheel. But either way, Mothman Prophecies. I find that to be a terrifying film.
Oh yeah.
It's
I
a
think-
terrifying concept.
Yeah, the whole thing
Yeah,
is spooky.
it's got moments of true scary moments.
For sure.
Moments of true scary moments. That's great. I've got a real grasp of the English language tonight.
I mean, you
You talk about the Mothman, you get shaken up.
Right.
You get shaken out. You know what I mean?
Bones rattle.
It's tough to. They don't want us talking about the Mothman.
It's hard
No,
to get any
no,
kind of
no.
any words, any English out when you're thinking like God being a
It
Mothman.
gets under
After-
your skin.
Yeah. What is that sound? It's almost like radio frequency, right? Like, what is it? The sound that he makes?
Right.
It's that classic Mothman sound.
Is that Mothman?
That's what the Mothman. That's the Richard Gere ass Mothman.
Yeah, I think that's the Mothman's mating call. It's a.
Yes, that's probably true.
Is there a Mrs. Mothman? I mean, I would think.
I
that
mean,
there-
who's to
If
say? I mean,
Richard
look,
Gere is the Mothman, I'm sure.
Oh, there's
Right.
there's a couple.
I'm sure there's a
There might be
line out the
several.
door.
Yeah,
Wow.
line enough to
Mrs.
be
Mothman.
Mrs. Mothman.
He is a sexy individual. There's no question about
I'm
that.
sure Julia Roberts wanted to be Mrs. Mothman back in early
Oh yeah,
90s.
back in the Pretty Woman days.
Yeah.
That
in
wasn't her first
Runaway
film because I
Bride.
know she started in Mystic Pizza before that. But that was her breakout role though for sure.
Yeah, I
Pretty
guess
Woman.
so. Pretty Woman.
Yeah. Jason Alexander is in that film.
Oh,
In
we love
Pretty
Jason
Woman.
Alexander.
Yeah.
That was the
He-
most bizarre fucking Super Bowl commercial where people were wearing Jason Alexander's face as a shirt. Did you see that?
Wait, what? Are you making this
This-
up? I don't
no,
remember
swear to
that.
God, I swear to
That
God.
sounds
I swear to God.
so
This
goddamn
this
made
last Super Bowl that just happened.
The
a couple
Super
weeks
Bowl
ago.
where the goat
with
won.
with your boy.
Yeah.
There is this
Tom Brady.
there's a
forever.
commercial where they're wearing and their whole torso is Jason Alexander's face.
Wow.
And I don't even remember what happened in it because I was just so.
Does that have
Taken
anything to do with?
aback
Is it a
by
Seinfeld reference at all? Or
No. I think he shows up in it though. I think he shows up at the end and he's like, or something. But
He does his face.
I'm gonna find this commercial afterwards.
look it up. Yeah, it's,
I'm gonna
it's
call. I swear to
pretty-
God,
pretty
Ryan,
ridiculous.
if it's not real,
I'm not lying. That is.
I don't know what I'll do, but it won't be
Sounds
good.
ridiculous.
Let's just say it'll
It
involve
won't
Tom
be
Peck.
good. I'm gonna
I'll
reach
wake
on
him
the
up.
Screen and rip you out and wake up.
Don't wake up Tom Peck.
Ira, wake up, Peck. I know it's way past his bedtime now. It's
Wake up.
5:47
Too
p.m.
long.
That's what we should do. We should create like one of those board game like a don't wake daddy, but a don't like Peck can wake up in his with his sleep gear on. and his hat.
Wake up, Peck. Yeah.
Wake up, Peck, and we're all just trying to sneak around. And
Yeah. Ah, Peck.
One day.
So getting back to Mothman. No, getting back to the social media.
we can talk about Mothman for hours.
We'll talk about
Mothman.
Mothman all night.
Mothman on social media.
Yeah, Mothman. You know, it's a crazy. It's based. Isn't it based off a true story?
It's
It's based off of
it's like
several sightings
an
that
urban
people
legend.
had.
Yeah.
and that the bridge collapse in the movie. It was that
really happened.
People were like,
Yeah, that
fucking
actually
Mothman
happened.
Prophesized that was
Yeah.
going to happen.
He said, "Stay away."
I forget.
He's kind of a good guy.
Right.
Yeah. Did Richard Gere survive that movie? I can't remember.
Yeah, he's the Mothman.
He betrays the
Mothman
doesn't die.
I can't get out of this
Mothman does
circus.
not die. I think it's about time you revisit the
I
Mothman
warned you
Prophecies.
all. Yeah, it seems like
I'm
it's
probably
been
gonna
a
watch
while.
it tonight now. Now that it's got Mothman on the mind.
The director's cut, because there are different versions out there.
You
Different
know,
endings.
he flaps his wings differently in each version.
Right. Next time you're around, we watch it every week. So,
So, getting back to the social media thing, so you guys are comfortable with it. You don't feel the need to be, besides being on social as far as an addiction is concerned, you don't feel the need to constantly be pushing content out there on social as far as what your creation is concerned. As far as your creation is concerned, what you're making.
It wouldn't hurt if
it
we
would
did.
probably be better if we were whoring ourselves out a little bit more, and we probably should. But like I said, it's like I don't know what it would be. I don't know what I'd be like. Hey, look at us! Here we are.
Right.
We make movies. It's like, well, let's see the movie. So it's like, if we're gonna do it, just have the thing ready to do and or it's ready to watch.
Did you take, like, when you're on camera? Do you take BTS of stuff? Do you like post that, or is it just like you're too busy doing the film?
Oh yeah, I mean sure. I mean, like
our dad mostly shoots behind the scenes. On
Yeah,
those ones that we're shooting in New Orleans. So.
That's right. Your dad's a great photographer, and I know you said this earlier on.
Yeah. So he just hangs out and he shoots all of our behind the scenes stuff.
Oh, that's
great.
great.
You'll see. You'll get a
I
lot
can't
of
wait.
that.
Oh, Rocco's gonna love that.
Oh, he'll love that.
He's gonna be like this side only. Don't you dare. Don't you dare! I swear to God, I will bounce right off the set. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. So, did you tell me the name of this new movie, or can you not tell me, or I forget the new movie, not the Rocco one?
The script.
Yeah.
Oh, the script. So the title as of right now is "It Came from the Swamp."
Oh, is this another New Orleans-based film, or
not New Orleans, Louisiana
based?
Okay.
Takes place in one of
film.
those one of these like southern swamp towns way under New Orleans.
And you're still in the development and writing process. Do you wish to discuss it, or no?
I mean, sure. What do you want to know?
I don't know. Can you just tell me, like, what did you tell me? What is that about already? I forget. It was so long ago.
It's a movie that takes place in like southern Louisiana, and it takes place in the week leading up to when this hurricane is going to hit this town. It's about this little girl, and she befriends this body snatch. So it's like a take on like a body snatchers type movie, but you know, she kind of befriends this thing, but it's like a horror, but also a comedy, and you know, it should be hopefully interesting.
All right, I like it. I like it. Okay, I'm liking what I'm hearing. I'm liking what I'm hearing. So how have you been? So you're just working on this. Do you guys ever just get the need to just go like film something like, hey, while you're in the middle of so these are feature films that you're writing, so they're larger projects.
This one, yeah.
Do you ever feel the need to be like, hey, you know what, I just wrote this like 1-pager thing, this 2-pager thing, let's go shoot it real quick? Do you ever?
No, it'd be really good if we did in a number of different instances. With this particular script, the characters are so different from anyone we really know that it would be difficult to do it for this one in particular, but it'd be a really good idea. And usually before we shoot anything like that, or even in the instance of some of these haunted history shorts, we like to shoot them as close as we can on a set, just to get like a video storyboard, I guess is what some people call it, where you sort of mock shoot it. And if you could do it with people who are trying it out, who aren't ultimately going to play the role, or if they are and you're just doing a nice rehearsal, days or weeks before the shoot, that's always very helpful. Yeah, I wish we could do that with this more, but the characters are so different from anyone we know that we're kind of limited with this one in particular.
And the location. We'd have to be down there.
Yeah. Interesting. I like it.
But that's a good idea.
Yeah, I just thought, do you guys storyboard your shit, or what do you just get your shot list? I mean, everyone's got their own method. I've done both. I've been like, no time for storyboards. We're going.
Yeah, and it depends on the situation. I like to have a storyboard. I like to have a plan to go in.
We usually have like a visual
from
storyboard. Like the two of us will usually just go and just kind of shoot the whole thing.
Oh, okay.
Ourselves.
Right. So yeah, like in the instance of when we'll be doing the Rocco Bazaar, whenever you come down, there's already a great deal of that we've just shot on a phone. With the two of us standing in for a lot of the positions and characters. So.
Oh, that's great. So that's your storyboard right there. What else would you need? Why would you need to draw anything? I mean, that's your video storyboard.
Right, exactly.
Right,
so
because you can show it to someone, and not only is it a storyboard, you get to see the movement and how it changes. It's better than a storyboard in a lot of ways.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Yes, we've done that for the last couple of, like, our other big movie we did it for, the one that's on Amazon, and the other anthology movie we did it on. So
shout out, because we're wrapping up in a second. Shout out those two movies and tell people where they can find them.
The Beast is on Amazon and Tubi, streaming for free, Amazon Prime. And Dealer is the other one, which is a 4-part anthology film comedy made up by 4 different Las Vegas directors, starring a Las Vegas actor, London Boyd, and we made the 3rd segment of it. So those are the 2 movies that are on Amazon. I don't
Very
know
cool.
if Dealer's on Tubi or not, but The Beast is.
That's awesome. And who's the actor? Was he not your? He's a teacher, UNLV, right, or a professor, or?
In The Beast.
Yes.
Yeah, in The Beast, the main actor is Clarence Gilliard. He's a UNLV professor, but he was also
in Die Hard,
Walter,
right?
Texas. He was in Die Hard. He's Theo, the terrorist in Die Hard. He was in Top Gun, and
he's what's his name from Top Gun?
Sundown.
What's his call? Sundown? Is it Sundown?
Something like that.
It is.
What's his call sign? Is it?
I don't remember.
I don't know. I haven't seen Top Gun in so long. I know more.
Yeah,
Die Hard.
I know him from Die Hard primarily.
But he's Walker Texas Ranger's sidekick in every episode of Walker Texas Ranger.
Oh wow, what a fantastic actor!
He's great.
Oh, he's
fantastic.
He's so great to work with.
Yeah, like you guys were like, you know how we were discussing earlier, how you'd want to be in that movie, that one movie that people are addicted to, that they once it comes on the TV they have to watch. I would love. A dream of mine would be to be in one of those iconic films, like he's in Die Hard.
He's for sure.
It's gonna live forever.
Yeah, especially because Die Hard's now tied to a holiday. It'll get
precisely
so much replay value.
Because you can easily classify it as a Christmas film. Or
there are some who say it isn't, and we watched it the other day, and I'm not 100% sure I understand the argument against it being a Christmas film.
I mean, I guess it comes down to what makes something a Christmas film. I mean, does it have to be
constantly talking about Christmas?
It takes place during Christmas. It begins. All the songs in it are Christmas songs.
Exactly.
When the vaults open, Clarence says "Merry Christmas," and it ends with a Christmas song. There's Christmas. It's a Christmas party at the.
Is it because it's not about Christmas? I
think that's people's distinction. It's not Jingle All the Way, where it's about getting Christmas,
right? Or it's not Elf, or it's not It's a Wonderful Life.
Right. But it absolutely count as a Christmas movie.
It's about greed and stealing and consumerism in its own way. So it's inherently also about Christmas. If you want to dig deep.
I classify it definitely as a Christmas film. I mean, It's a Wonderful Life. That's considered a Christmas movie, right?
Right, and that's kind of a backdrop element, and more so than Die Hard.
That's why I bring that specific movie up. It is much more of a backdrop in that film.
Right, but that's like classic Christmas movie.
Yeah, most of that movie has nothing to do with Christmas.
Most of it is not.
Has a hell of a lot more to do with suicide than it has to do with Christmas.
That's very true.
But that's considered like one of the top Christmas films of all time.
Yeah.
But Die Hard.
Die Hard's definitely a Christmas movie, and it's a great one.
Yeah. Nightmare Before Christmas, more Halloween movie or more Christmas movie?
Both.
Splits the difference.
And I say that's the best. That's the best Halloween or Christmas movie. I just say that for sure.
I mean, for me, the best Halloween movie is definitely Halloween, but
Halloween's great.
Halloween's also
Nightmare
my
Before Christmas
horror
is a
film of
whole
all
other
time.
fucking level. Yeah,
I like Eyes Wide Shut as well.
That's a good Christmas.
But that's one of those ones that's kind of like, it is a Christmas film. But that's one where if somebody wanted to play the Die Hard argument, I could understand it, even though it is a Christmas film.
I don't consider Eyes Wide Shut a Christmas film, but I understand
most
the
people
argument
don't.
There are Christmas trees all over.
But it does take place during Christmas, and there's Christmas lights and trees, and they're wrapping presents at the end.
Goodfellas has a scene in it that takes place during Christmas. We could make that a Christmas film if we want.
That's true, just like
It's Wonderful Life.
Wonderful Life.
Really, there is a scene that takes place during Christmas. He's like, honey, I got the most expensive tree.
They got Frosty Snowman.
Don't spend it all at once.
Don't spend it all at once. I got the most expensive tree. Did not end well for any of them after that. That was the beginning of after the Latanza heist.
Yeah,
that's right.
Things did not go well.
Good.
Classic Christmas movie.
Yeah, classic Christmas picture.
Yeah. Well, guys, we're going to wrap things up right now. This has been wonderful. I'm not sure if we hit too much of our topic today regarding filmmaking today, what it means to be a filmmaker. But I feel like the audience has learned a few things. They've learned some things about you. They've learned a little bit about filmmaking, about the writing process.
About the Mothman.
Most importantly, about Mothman Prophecies.
Most important. If anything, this was worth.
I don't
Mothman.
think a podcast should go by without mentioning him at least once.
Yeah, Mothman. I feel like the Mothman is always there, though.
Always.
It's always there,
Always.
listening.
Watching this thing right now.
Yeah. We discussed Meryl Streep. You guys don't agree that she's the greatest actor of all time. I still stand by it. Looking at her body of work and the number of Oscars she has received. Even though, once again, she's not my favorite actor. She's one of my favorite actors, but she's, I think, considered the greatest. I think it's between her and Daniel Day, but I feel like Daniel Day just waits too long to do the next film.
Right, well, she's like a machine.
She's just a machine, nonstop. Yeah. You're going to get Meryl. And you're going to get Meryl at 1,000%. Yeah. Wasn't she? She was in that movie. What is it? That Dingo Took My Baby. Is that where the?
What is the name of that movie? And then, you know, it turned out they just found out recently that a dingo did indeed eat that woman's baby. Like she
Wait,
wasn't
what?
wrong.
Because I thought, like, didn't she spend? Did she spend her life in jail? What happened there?
I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. And I don't know exactly what happened to her. But it was like, no, that didn't happen. And then like just recently, like within the last couple of years, they were like, no, fucking dingo ate the baby. It's true.
I was really hoping that you were like just recently, within the last couple of days.
This was like an hour ago. unless they've disproven it since they proved that, then
yeah, crazy. You think Peck is asleep right now? Think Tom Peck is asleep?
He better be.
Hey, if he's not,
he's in a lot of trouble.
He's in a lot of trouble. Mothman will be the least of his worries.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't good.
Oh, dudes, this has been awesome as always. Thank you for being my guest
Thanks
once again. This is the second time we've done the show, but we've done. What do you think of the talky talk versus the debate?
I like this.
I like them both.
This crazy conversation.
Yeah, I like them both. I don't know.
Because even in the debate, we would go off on these kind of tangents. Like
I feel like in the debate, my issue with the debate, which is similar to my issue with even discussions and staying on a singular topic, is it was hard for me to corral and keep it in, without going into. Because ultimately, I just want to talk, and I just want to hear my guests talk. What's that?
Trying to keep, trying to corral the debate.
Yeah,
but I like both formats. I don't know. They're both fun.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Let's go 3 for 3.
3 for 3.
4 3.
3 for 3. 3 for 3.
Mothman,
all right. Well, let's do it. Let's
is he real or is he not? You get people who doubt him, and you know where we stand.
Yeah. My God. I'm going to figure out how to do the phone call thing so we can figure out how to
we got to do that.
That'd be cool.
Absolutely. Get Peck in here.
We can get Peck in here, you know what I mean? And by the way, I can do more. We can make this. I can have more guests come into this podcast.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, yeah. That's what we should do.
So we could have Peck, I think, video in. Like, I think you could literally...
You should have him video into this one and then just, like, figure out where to, like, chime in, like as if he was here the whole time.
Yeah, he can study it and fill in the gaps of silence with his own little...
Like, laugh when we laugh. Like, ha, he's laughing too.
Yeah, my editor would really enjoy that process. Right now, Brenna, my editor, just had a shudder. She's like, "God, why did I just feel this chill down my spine?" That would take like hours. It'd be so unnecessary. Oh my God. Yeah, I think I can invite people, but we're not going to do that now because we're at my max. My max.
We're done.
Over, guys. Guys, so thank you so much for listening to Let's Hug It Out podcast. Find us on all available podcast platforms. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on iHeart, we're on Stitcher. I've got a frog in my throat now. That's always good at the end to have this gravelly Find us on YouTube, goddammit. Find us on YouTube and subscribe, like, and comment, and let us know if you want a topic, if you have a topic that you want us to discuss, And we'll get in, guys. Once again, this is Ryan and Cody LeBoeuf. Go find their movie The Beast on Amazon and Tubi. Tubi, and Amazon. And The Dealer, you're not sure if that's available somewhere, right?
Oh, it's on Amazon. It's on Amazon for sure. I don't know.
Oh, The Dealer. Okay, so The Dealer and Beast are both on Amazon.
They're both on Amazon.
So, guys, go find these movies. I promise you they're a good time. Ryan and Cody LeBoeuf, two very talented filmmakers. I know because I'm going to be working with them. And I only work with the best of the best, the creme de la creme.
Damn right.
And I'm honestly very excited to play Rocco. and I know it's been
gonna
a
be
long
fun. It's gonna be a
time.
hell of a time.
Can't wait to finally do it.
And it's gonna. I promise you this. I'm gonna give you 1,010%.
We expect nothing less.
Yeah,
And that,
be
and tell
pissed
you what,
if it's not there.
you think you'll want the 1,000, but that extra 10.
It's a nice little cherry,
We
right?
have to let these cameras cool off a couple.
That's when, yeah, you're like, whoo, why does the camera keep overheating?
Blow up some doors in this house.
With some doughs, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, it is. All right.
All right, so
Well, thanks so much.
Thanks for having us.
Good
So
to see
awesome
you.
seeing you guys. All right. I will catch you later. Guys, thanks for watching. Oh, we have to do my hug. I forgot we haven't done that.
Oh,
Yeah, here we go.
like
I forgot
like
this
this?
with my last few guests, but I want to bring it back in.
Oh,
there we go.
yes.
Yep.
That's a digital hug.
There it is.
That was nice.
It's a nice visual. It's a virtual hug.
It's better than the real thing.
Better than
Better
the
than
real
well,
thing.
right now there is no real thing. Right now nobody's.
That's right.
Nobody's hugging unless they're in unless you're in their pod, unless you're in their pod, their
Know
bubble.
all about that.
Yep. So, all
All
right, dudes. Thanks so much for those listening.
care, man.
Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We will catch you next time. Bye.
So long.
Bye.
Ta-da.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey,
What a
hey,
time.
guys. We did the thing. You know what I mean?
We did it.
We did it. We really did.
We really did.
Okay.
It was nice.
Thanks for watching Let's Hug It Out podcast with Roberto Raad. Follow us on IG at Let's Hug It Out podcast and find us on Apple, Spotify, and all podcast platforms everywhere. See you next time. Bye.